Hi guys, I am here with Leia. Leia doesn't want to be here, but she's here to say hi. Say hi. Oh, you're so pretty. Yes. We originally called her Princess Leia. Now we have to call her General Leia, but usually we call her Princess Stink Butt because she does very stinky things. It doesn't happen when Tarkin poops, only when Leia poops. Yeah. Isn't this a fun way to open a video? Yes. Oh, yes. She's very nice, though. And she's very pretty. Aren't you very pretty? Put me down. Okay, I'll put you down. There you go. So, seems like I just did this at the end of September, but I'm here again. Jealous of everybody who went to the FlossTube retreat. Oh, that looked like so much fun. Someday, maybe I'll get to go. If you notice, that's one of my favorite words, someday. Yeah, everything's going to happen someday, right? Maybe we'll make it happen instead. I have a lot to show you this week. Oh, I forgot the book of the month. Of course, I do have tons of books sitting all around me, so I can just pick something. But I forgot to bring that in here. Oh well, we'll figure out something when we get there. Because this month I've actually been very depressed, but when I'm very depressed, that means I get lots of stitching done. So that's one way to look at it. And I've also bought way more than I should. So we have some haul to show you as well. But let's start with WIPs and kind of a finish. So I told you last time I had joined Timothy, what's his name? Johnson, I think? Timothy Johnson's Facebook group for the victims of the Pulse shooting. So, here's that. So, I got my first one done. There's Love is Love. And with a needle minder from Sunspot Creations on Etsy. I thought it was appropriate. So I really like this one. I may have to do a couple more of this one, and I also have a couple more designs that I'm going to do for them, and then I will send them off in December, I think. So that was fun. It was fun to have extra time this month because I was only doing one dragon. So one dragon is right here. This is from Brittany at Ingleside Imaginarium's Birthstone Dragon Sal. You can find Ingleside Imaginarium on Etsy. So the October dragon for the Birthstone Dragon Sal could be either opal or tourmaline. And I like opal. I've always loved opals. October is my birth month, so happy birthday to me and to Tracy P. And I'm sure lots of the others of you. So I like opals. So what I did with this one, this little guy is from Everyday, no it's not, he's from Needle Attractions on Facebook. Let me take that off so that I can bring this closer to you. So, yeah, that doesn't work, does it? I can't see that at all. There, that's better. That's where my light is. Okay, so this is a very tricky one to light because, maybe there, because it's all in pastels. Now the original design has a bunch of different colors in the top of the dragon, blues and orange and white and pink and everything. What I decided to do, I did something a little different. I used a water, I can never remember if they're called water lilies or watercolors or water something from Karen and used a variegated thread called Peach Sherbet. Now, as you can see, that's not peach, that's pink. I don't know why it's called Peach Sherbet, but it has some pink and purple and gray and white. And so that's what I used for the, the main part of this dragon. And then I also used it in the letters. And I think it came out quite nice. So I'll be putting that in the card, and maybe it can also be used as a bookmark. We'll see. what she decides to do with it, but I thought it was very cute. And I may make another one for myself since I'm an October baby. Yeah. Then, speaking of Tracy P. and her birthday month, I'm participating in her birthday sal, which is Brew Ha-Ha from somebody. I can't remember who. Anyway, I had this scrap of what is probably 36 or 40 count, I don't know. And when I measured it out, it didn't seem like it would fit if I did it over 2. It might have, now that I look at it. It looks like if you doubled that, it would fit. I don't know. I didn't think it would when I first measured it. So I did it over 1. Excuse me. I did it over 1. And it's the tiniest little pumpkin you ever saw. And he doesn't have his words on here yet. The pattern has just the alphabet there. But I'm going to do my own little words on there. So he's really cute. I like the little cups and the steam. Oh, and this I also changed a little. This part around the outside is supposed to be striped orange and dark brown, but I had a variegated thread called Copper. Who's it from? I can't remember who it's from. I'm sorry, but it was the perfect colors, so I decided to just use that around the outside. The inside border is 1/1. The outside border is 1/2. Is it 1/2 or 2/2? I think it's 1/2 on the outside border. So they look slightly different. And if we put it in, this is just, here, there. If we bring it in a little closer, you might be able to see the variegation there. It's very slight, but if you come up close, you can tell. This little owl was from Abby Bella Stitch when she was doing Needle Minders, and this guy was a freebie, I think, from Sunspot Creations. I think. I'm not positive. Don't hold me to that. There's some good light. Okay. So that's Brew Ha-Ha. And then the Grand Guard is from Brenda's Minders and More. My Doctor Who Grand Guard. Okay. And as always, we have the tablecloth. The tablecloth, we are now up to number day 10. And on the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 drummers drumming. And my husband said, that looks like only one drummer. It does look like only one drummer, but the other 9 drummers are standing behind him. See? Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? They're right behind him. So I can't figure out what this orange is doing right here. I've checked it twice and 3 times, and that's the correct color, and it looks totally wrong to me. So I may be changing that because it's just like, what is that doing there? I don't know. As you can see, I'm not quite done yet, and it's the end of October, so, but I'm almost there. So I just need to finish up the green and do the back stitching. And let's see, this guy came from Nessa's Needle Minders, who is now not operating really. This one, I think, came from True North, and this one also. Or was this from the, who was it who closed? Can't remember what they were called, but they were having a bottle cap sale. I think that came from them. My Into the Woods Minder is on there because it's red. So I really like this one though, because I love the Grinch. So that's coming along. Only 2 days more. That's not a song. Next month. So, and I remembered to bring this in today. I was working on this today in the car while I waited for my son. This is in my Crazy Cat Lady bag, and it stays in the car glove compartment to work on in the car because it's very simple and only one color. It is a silhouette pattern, and I call it Expecto Patronum. There it is. It's really awesome. I love it. It's a Harry Potter thing for those of you who don't know what Expecto Patronum means. Expecto Patronum is the spell you use to summon a Patronus, which is, and this is Harry's Patronus in the middle here. And the big black thing is a Dementor. So, and the Patronus will chase away the Dementor. So, here is where I am with it. It's almost there. It's almost there. This is, I believe it's Neptune from Fabrics by LJ, I think. And obviously it needs a good iron. It will get one when I'm done. But you can see I only have this little bit in the corner to finish. This little bit down here. So I'm excited. It's going to be done soon. And this one I think is going to go to one of my son's friends who asked me to stitch her something Harry Potter. So she'll probably be getting this, and then I'm going to do another one for myself on a different fabric, on the Pensive fabric that I got from Fabrics by LJ. Because I think the blue color is actually better than this. Because the Patronuses are, well, in the movies anyway, I don't know what it says in the books. I'll have to look it up. But in the movies, they're represented as being a bright light blue color. So, yep. And this is not on a Q-snap or anything because I use the, I stitch it in hand because it's only one color. I just use what's called a sewing stitch and go down and up in one stitch like that. It's much faster for when you have big blocks of color like that. So yeah, I'm really proud of this one. It's taken forever, but it looks so cool when it's done. Okay. Oh, I wanted to comment because people are going to ask about this. Originally, I wasn't going to show this on FlossTube because of this chart and how it came about, but it's all, I'm hoping everybody will forgive me because what happened was I saw this pattern on Etsy and I was like, oh, that is so cool. I love it so much. And I told one of my best friends who's also a stitcher that I loved it. She, of her own free will, without any prompting from me, stole the picture from Etsy and put it into her own program and made it into this pattern here. And then gave it to me as a present. So then what do? Do you say, no, I don't want that because you stole it? You can't say that, right? So she thought it was a really nice thing to do, you know, and they don't have a lot of money, and so they have very little money. Anyway, so then what I did was, well, I'll just go back to Etsy and buy it myself, right? So when I printed this out and was starting it, I said, okay, I'll go back to Etsy and just buy it myself, and that way I won't feel bad about it. So I went back to Etsy to find it, and it was no longer there on the person who had it before. I thought, well, that's weird. I wonder why it's no longer there. And then I started finding out about people stealing art and making them into patterns and everything. I thought, oh, well, maybe that's what happened. So I did a little image search of the image, found out that it wasn't this person's on Etsy's to begin with. So I didn't feel bad anymore about my friends stealing it from her because it wasn't her art to use. So it came from, and I couldn't figure out where it originally came from because this image is like all over in a whole bunch of places on the internet. And it may have originally come from actually the Harry Potter license. I don't know. It may be, you know, one of their images. So anyway, all that to say, yes, it was stolen, but it was stolen from somebody who stole it. So I'm not going to feel bad about it. And I'm going to stitch it anyway. Because it's an awesome image and I don't think I'm actually hurting anybody by having it. If you know of the original artist, please let me know, and I'll send them my $10, you know. But right now, I'm just gonna enjoy it. So that is my tale, and that is all the WIPs I stitched on this month, I believe. So one little finish, 4 WIPs, one of which, the Brew Ha-Ha, should be finished soon, and well, actually the dragon's kind of a finish too, so woohoo, go me. Oh, this is my Dr. Seuss shirt. 1 fish, 2 fish, and there's a red fish and a blue fish further down. I like this shirt. Okay, so I guess we go on to haul after that. I was very bad on stash unload. That's all I'm going to say. Well, not just on stash unload, I bought some other things too. Joann's had their 20% off your entire order coupon. They also had a bunch of stuff on clearance, which the 20% off did apply to. So I got myself another 2 snap. Woohoo! And I got a bunch of candles and stuff. Now, stash unload. This is the best of just cross stitch. It has this Teresa Wentzler fruit bell pull in it. It also has some other stuff. It has these guys, Owl and the chickadee. It has well, it has this. I'm not excited about that, but it has it. Gentleman's Gathering. Fox hunt kind of thing. Is it a fox hunt? I think it's a fox hunt, yeah. And this one's pretty. Water lilies. Can we get any light there? And I was hoping it would have some good stuff in it, because I thought best of just cross stitch. That's pretty good. It turns out it only has like 2, maybe 3 things I'll stitch, but that's okay. It didn't cost me much. There's a colonial fruit stack. Strange name, but that's what it is. It's a stack of fruit from the colonies. So, we have the Teresa Wentzler Lily Maiden. Possible I might do that someday if it doesn't have too many blends. I hate her blends. And then there's a thing about friends over here. And this is the one I really like, Oriental Poppies, because I love poppies. I have a lot of them in this room. And this one is also very nice. It doesn't say what kind of flower they are. It just calls it, what's it called? I think Victorian Floral. That's what it's called. Where is it? There it is. Victorian Floral. But I think they look like California poppies myself. I think that's very nice. Very pretty. And then there's that one. What is it called? Wedding Treasures. Some kind of little bitty white flowers. And what else have we got? Then there's like 4 sampler type things, which I'm not into. And make that 5 or 6 samplers. And then we've got some breadcloth patterns and some lilies, which I can't show you because the pattern's on the same page, and a thing about golf. And here's some kids stuff. There's a Noah's Ark there, and an ugly plane, and the sailboats are nice. Sailboats and hot air balloons. And I think that's it. Oh, no, it's not. There's also some baby stuff. baby stuff. And I love rabbits and I love teddy bears. Yeah, this is from the 90s. And oh, this was nice. This an angel there. Nice glittery angel and a Thanksgiving cornucopia. Oh, and the Santa. The Santa I like. And I don't like many Santas, but this one has him coming down the chimney. I thought that one's kind of cute. What does it say? It says Old Kris Kringle. Yep. Oh, and then there's some ornaments, which are quite nice. Oh, the poinsettia down there too. Almost missed that. Blends in. Oh, and then there's a God Bless America and a Happy Easter too. So that is the best of just cross stitch with the fruit on the cover. Doesn't say what years it's referring to. Let's see. This was published in 1994. So yeah, old stuff. Okay. I got some lovely Witchelt Dense Fog. I'm not sure what if that's straight from Witchelt or if it's a dyer, but I'll find something to do with that. I like grays, and this is a kind of a mottled gray. It's very nice. Okay, now we have another stack. I was feeling Halloween-y for some reason. I finally got this one. I've always wanted this one. I love the scarecrow and the moon and the witch and the bug. I just love this. So and it came with the black Ada too. So I'm very excited to do that maybe next year. Who knows? We'll see. This one is called Sanctuary. And I like this one because I am a C.S. Lewis nerd. C.S. Lewis wrote the Chronicles of Narnia. He also wrote a whole bunch of theology stuff. And when we went to England, we went to Oxford to see his grave. And his grave is at a church that looks quite a lot like this. So that's why I like this. And so yeah, I don't usually go in for buildings, but I like this one. This is Harmony Lotus Pond. I thought that was really pretty. Oh, and look, there's another thing on the back. Is that in there too? Let's see. No. Okay. Oh no, it's all one big thing. I see. But only the bottom part is in here. How do I get the other part? Oh, I see. Oh, you're supposed to get all three of them. This chart is the bottom, and then there's another chart that's the middle, and there's another chart that's the top. So you're supposed to get all three of them. And the seller had all three of them. Why didn't I buy all three of them? I'll have to go back and see if I can find them, because that's really pretty. But I mean, it's pretty all by itself too, but it's even prettier with all that stuff above it. So yeah, have to look for those. Okay, Seashore Fancies 3. And I'm not sure why I got this. I have a gazillion shell and seashore patterns. It was probably only really cheap, and that's why I got it. You got flamingos, and you got shells, and you got everything there. So, yep. I rarely buy towel patterns, but these ones are actually kind of nice, as I said last time. So now 2 videos in a row I've actually bought towel patterns. So, last time it was Christmas. This time It's vegetables. But they're cute vegetables. Very cute. We got some, what are those, onions or garlic up there? And then some summer squash, and some tomatoes, some radishes, carrots, corn, peas, tomatoes, and eggplant. But I thought that looked nice. It was very cheap. This guy, I got this. I've never seen this one before. This is Rabbit Tails. Or maybe I just never looked close enough to see the guy down here. I don't go in for this kind of thing, but this guy down here is straight out of a picture book. Isn't he awesome? A rabbit in a tailcoat with a carrot and a carrot umbrella and a hat and a monocle. That's adorable. Okay. And I have a dream. I have a dream that one day I will stitch children's book patterns for every library in our city. This is my dream. Yeah, so that might be one of them. Sorry. I don't know what's with me today. This is from Elizabeth's Designs. So I had to buy it. And it's called Forest Song. And they took this off 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and I was very sad because somebody showed it. Was it Miska Cat? Was it you? I think it was Miska Cat. Whose name I can't remember. I'm sorry. I keep wanting to call you Jen because you look like my friend Jen. But I'm pretty sure that's not your name. I feel terrible. I'll find out. But anyway, I think it might have been her who stitched this, but I could be totally wrong. But it's really, really cool. It has lots of specialty stitches, which I'm a little afraid of, but it has a nest in the middle for Lark, and it has little birds that look kind of like larks, and then it has leaves. I love the leaves. They have the little satin stitches on them. So, yep. And along with it, I got Green Old Gardens, which is also very pretty, and also from Elizabeth's Designs. Yep. And I'm not sure who I got this one from. The Daffodil Fairy. I love the flower fairies. I have most of them in the little kits that I got on Stash and Load, but I don't think I have this one. So I went ahead and got it. And now we have magazines. What is this? Oh, okay. No, I've already done that magazine before. Do you remember me showing you a cross-stitch in Country Crafts that had a very stern English-looking pig in it? Yes. And I said, well, maybe if they're cheap enough, I'll try to get the sheep and the cow that goes with it. Well, lo and behold, we have a cow. There's the cow. And I don't know why I went to the trouble of getting these, but it also has this, which is really cute. For those of us who live in Colorado, Friends of the Forest. And it's got, what I like about it is it has not just the deer and the bear and the moose and the fox and a raccoon. It also has a Rocky Mountain goat over here, which are they're native to Colorado, and I think they're state mammal or something. I don't know. Anyway, he's a cute goat. So that's the Creepy Doll magazine. Yeah. Cross Stitch Country Crafts, March, April 92. If you're interested in forest friends or that very distinguished looking cow. And then we have the very distinguished looking sheep as well. And this is Cross Stitch and Country Crafts with the teddy bears on it, May, June 92. And this also has, what is it? Oh, this is adorable. And I don't often say that because I'm not a cutesy person, as you know, but look at that. Look at this reindeer with the Christmas lights. He's pulling the Christmas lights off the Christmas tree. That's so cute. Look at that. Look at that reindeer. That's adorable. Okay. Then we have, I love Alphonse Mucha. This is going to be the Alphonse Mucha. I almost said podcast. It's not a podcast. It's a video because I got cross-stitcher from Britain, number 206, because it has, hang on, my screen likes to blank out on me. It has these girls down here. This is Emerald with a dragon. Is it a dragon or a snake? I don't know, but it's really cool. And who is she? Is that Summer? Let's see, does it even say? I don't think it says. It does not, guys, it does not even credit Alphonse Mucha in the text here. And that kind of bugs me. Because this is his artwork. It just says, in the Art Nouveau style, blah, blah, blah. Taken from Barbara Hammett's gorgeous book, Cross-Stitch Art Nouveau, published by David and Charles. Her two flower ladies make a perfect pair. Well, they aren't actually a perfect pair. They're from two different series. This is Emerald from the Emerald Ruby Amethyst series. And I'm not sure who this is. It might be, I suppose it might be Topaz. I'm not sure. It might be Topaz. It might be from the same series. But I'm not positive. Anyway, they're gorgeous. And these ones are not as nice as I would like. I would rather have bigger ones with more detail because these look kind of eh. But, you know, they'll do in a pinch. And also has, oh, these are cute. 2 little Christmas cards with little Christmas fairies on bubbles. Those are nice. And it also has the pets. Wait, that's the wrong page. Oh, but I can't show it to you because is there a picture? Maybe there isn't a picture. There's a pet alphabet in here, which is kind of cute. But I'm not seeing a picture of it, only the chart. So I guess you don't get to see it. It's got little, oh, well, you can see one bit of it here. So let me show you this. Doop, doop, doop. There it is. It has little paw prints and then little animals with the Santa hats. And there's both cats and dogs in there of different colors. So, but there's even a guinea pig and a hamster. So, yeah, that's fun if you just want to do a little thing like that. And, oops. I also have, I did this one last time. Let's see. Did I show you this last time? I don't know. We'll see it again. Cross Stitch and Needlework Summer 2016 with the Seashore Kids on the front. And it has a garden pattern, which is very nice. Looks a lot like Silver Creek Samplers to me. It's not, but it looks like it. Who is this? This is Linda Bird. And then we have Watercolor Flowers also by Linda Bird. Those are pretty. And Painted Feathers by Alyssa Westhook. These are very nice. This is just cross stitch with no date on it. Ah, there it is, March, April 09. It has a floral alphabet that is gorgeous. Look at that. That's so pretty. And it has, oh, this is why I got it, because I don't know how I found this out, but I found out that this ink circles pattern was in here. And so I thought I would buy the magazine instead of giving ink circles the money they deserve. Oops. Okay, anyway. I'm frugal, okay? Here it is, Growth Rings. It's really pretty. And Lady of the Sea, which is another Art Nouveau thing. And I don't know if this is based, it says reminiscent of a turn of the century Art Nouveau poster. This is by Marie Barber. And I don't know if it's based on any actual art or if she just made it up herself, but it's really pretty. Very Art Nouveau. So those are in just cross stitch, March, April 2009. Okay. Now we get to the stuff I bought. Well, no, I did buy some of it used, but this is the really good stuff. Okay. So you may or may not know that this week 123 Stitch is having an Ink Circles sale. And it was very hard for me not to buy all the things, as Abby said. Was it Abby? Who started that? I don't know. Anyway, I did not buy all the things. I bought 2 Ink Circles things. I bought this one, Celtic Quilts Kentucky Chain, which is a lot smaller than I thought. It's only that big. But it looks much more detailed, doesn't it, than that? But it's actually just because it has variegated thread in it. So anyway, I got this because my brother and I love Celtic things, and my brother is currently living in Kentucky. So, Matt and wife, if you are watching, you didn't see this. Okay. So, it's really nice. The other one that I bought is not here yet. It is for my 20th anniversary next year. It's it's called Love Letters, but it has a Celtic, what's called the trefoil Celtic symbol, which we used in our wedding. So I thought that's perfect for my 20th anniversary. This was on clearance, and I think it's really cute. Winter Welcome by Marnik Designs. I just love the white trees on that fabric. Does it say what fabric it is? Let's see. Which else? Lazy River Joblin. So if you want it to look just like this, you get the Lazy River Joblin. Because I love things that use negative space like that. This, the white trees with the stuff in the background. The snowman's okay, and I love the snow coming up in flurries. It's really neat. I'll probably leave off the welcome at the bottom. It just so happens that I got married 30 years after my parents. So next week is also their 50th wedding anniversary. So I got this, the Celtic Wedding Sampler. You can tell we're kind of a Celtic loving family. Like England and Scotland and everything, United Kingdom. So, hey guys. Hi Gemma. Hi everybody over there. And Kate and everybody. We love your countries. We want to go there again. We want to live there right now. Believe me. Oh, anyway. So that's really cool. I like it also, not just because it's Celtic, but it's different from most, flowery wedding things. So, and I may do something. I have to find out if my parents had any wedding colors and what they were, and then maybe put that in there. So, yeah. It's nice. This is by Dinky Dice Designs, and was it on clearance? I don't think it was on clearance, but it was on sale. So. Then I got from Stash Unload 2 lavender and lace that I have been wanting. This is the Peace Angel, is that right? Yeah, World Peace Angel. Love her. She's like more detailed than any of the others, it seems like. Why is that? Her face just seems more detailed. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know why that is. And I got, what is this one? She is called Angel of Grace. And I like her because I love those colors. It's very autumny. So, and then I found 2 Mirabilias that I've always wanted, and I paid almost full price for them, but I decided it was worth it because it was still less than they are new, and I think at least one of them is no longer available on 123 Stitch. I don't know if it's available elsewhere, but I decided I'm just going to go for it. It's my birthday present to myself. So we have this little fairy has always reminded me of my niece. And ever since I saw it the very first time, I've wanted to stitch that for her. But now she's too old and is not interested in fairies, so I'm this is the Bliss Fairy, by the way. So it won't be for her, it'll just be for me to remind me of her, I guess, whenever I get around to doing it. So, because she's 11, and by the time I would get this started and finished, she would be a teenager, so... Well, then she might like it again. Who knows? I don't know. And the one that goes with it, they just look so nice together, is the Petal Fairy. And see, they go whoop, 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 like that. They go very nicely together. So, yeah. Had to have them. Don't tell my husband. Then, I made an order with Mystic Stitch 3 months ago. Had to email them 3 times to get the patterns. That's all I'm going to say about that. I have heard from other people that they're still very good patterns. We shall see. So, got this one. Theater. Because I love theater. And my son is an actor and, you know, stuff. So, love that. And these are all, is this one Mucha? This one doesn't say it's Mucha. So I don't know who that is. It's an old magazine cover. But the other ones are Alphonse Mucha. I wonder if you say it Mucha. I have no idea. Anyway, this is the real emerald. You saw the small version in that magazine. This is the bigger version. I love that one. And it's funny it's called emerald because the colors really are not emerald. They're kind of a dark olive green, at least in this picture. Maybe they're not. Maybe in the real painting they're bigger. They're greener. And maybe in this cross stitch they're greener. I don't know, but I just love I think it's the contrast of the very, what would you call that? Very, there's a word and it's not coming to me. The very princess-like woman, very soft, gentle woman, and then this very vicious snake underneath her. I just love that contrast. Is it a snake or a dragon or what is it? You can't really see his body, or maybe it's a chair. All this time I thought it was a snake or a dragon, and it's actually a carved chair, I think. Yeah, I think it is. Shows what I know, doesn't it? Look, if you know anything about this painting, or I mean print, it was a print really, but I assume it was a print made from a painting. I don't know. Anyway, if you know anything about it and know if that's a chair or a snake or a dragon or what it is, please tell me in the comments, because it's one of my favorite things. Okay, which I know nothing about, obviously. This is Ruby, that goes with Emerald and Amethyst, which I already have. There's Ruby. Yeah, she's very pretty. And this is, see, Mystic Stitch has this thing where if you order 4, then they're cheaper. And so these were 3 that I knew I really, really wanted, but then I had to find a 4th. So I went with Winter 2, which I who knows if I'll ever stitch these because they're all so big. But, and I didn't like the spring and summer and autumn ones that go with this as much, and I wasn't going to buy all of them. So anyway, this is Winter 2. And it's really pretty. It has, I like the snow in it. Okay, that's everything, I think. Is it? Oh, hi. There's a cat here. Oh, you can't see her. She's right there with my cross stitch stuff. Say hi, Leia. She doesn't care. Hi. Say hi. Oh, you're gonna bite me. Oh, I'm not done. I forgot. Surprises. I came home today and had Happy Mail, as Kate says. So we will look at the Happy Mail. This one. Oh, these are my towels. Yes. I got some red towels you can stitch on. Those are always good for Christmas. Though, now that I look at them, they may be more of a rust color than red. I'll have to look at them in better light and see. If they're red, they get Christmas stuff. If they're rust, they'll still go with our bathroom and we can put other things on them. So, anyway. There's those. And this one has, ooh, what does this have? So exciting. Oh, this has some other fabric. This has a bunch of different fabrics that I got from a seller on Stash Unload. We have some green, I believe it's Joblin. That's pretty. I like green. We have some, or maybe it's Lugana, because this is Lugana. Some navy Lugana. That'll be nice. And we have some Christmas, look at this, Christmas stuff. So it could be pillows, or it could be a wall hanging or something. It's linen, so, or is it even weave or something? I don't know, I thought that was really nice for the price it was being offered at. So, make some Christmas stuff out of that. And then, last but not least, we have, who's this from? Oh, this is from Welcome Stitchery. And the reason, yes, I went there, here's the other one. This was from Bendy Stitchy, from Michelle's. Michelle was showing off her haul in her October, I think it was beginning of October video, and she showed this one, and I could not find it anywhere to save my life. I guess it's old or something, I don't know, but what's the date? Does it have a date? It doesn't even have a copyright date. Does it? 2006. So, it's over 10 years old. It's from Something in Common, is the company, from Wisconsin. And the only place I found that sold them still was Welcome Stitchery online. So if you want to get more this one or more Something in Common patterns, go to welcomestitchery.com. Yes, .com. And this is the pattern that she showed that I just had to have. It's called Whisper of Nature. It has these lovely trees. It has some lovely flowers. It has, you can't see them on the video. I didn't even know what these were until just now. They're little mice. They're two little, well, yeah, they're mice. They're just bigger. There's two little mice and then a beaver right there. They're so cute. And cattails and bees. And then there's this border of, what are they, pine needles. And I just thought that is awesome. I love that. So, yeah, I had to have it, and I found it, and I bought it. And while I was there, I saw this one from the same designer, In a Hurry Murray. Now, I have no idea who Murray is, or I've never heard this phrase before, but that sheep is the cutest thing ever. Look at that sheep. Look at that sheep. I love him. So, I might make him for my sister-in-law from Australia, where they have lots of sheep, and I believe her family or people she knows have sheep branches in Australia. It's just adorable. So, yep, had to have that. So, that's welcomestitchery.com, and it came very quickly, and they had decent prices. So, yeah, this guy, you can see it has 99 cents. He was actually 99 cents, so that's nice. Yeah. Now, because it's within reach, our book of the month is, actually, I could show you two. Love to have you choose, but this is When You Reach Me by Rebecca Stead. You can see this shiny little thing here is the Newbery Medal, given for the best children's, the best book for young people in the United States each year. That's under 14 years old is usually how they define that. So this is awesome because, well, it's awesome anyway because Rebecca Stead is a wonderful writer, but it is supremely awesome because it references A Wrinkle in Time over and over and over again. A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle, which also won the Newbery Medal. So, yeah, okay. So, I need to read it again because it was so good, but I don't think I caught everything because it's time travel. And things go back and forth, and you're like, oh my gosh, that was from that, and that means that, and ooh, ooh, ooh. So yeah, it's definitely worth your time. It is only, it is 197 pages with fairly large print. And if you've ever read A Wrinkle in Time, if you like A Wrinkle in Time, you must read this. It's wonderful. And I might as well push, since it's here, Word by Word by Corey Stamper. Corey Stamper is one of the editors of the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, and I got to see her in Denver when she was book touring this book. She talks in it about what it's like to be an editor of the dictionary and to be a lexicographer, which is somebody who studies words and where they come from. And it's a lot more in-depth than you'd think. And I haven't read this whole thing. I've only read to that little yellow post-it right there. But I love her sense of humor. You may have seen her if you go to merriam-webster.com and you click on videos. She is the lady without glasses with shorter hair who does their videos. I don't know if it says Corey Stamper there or not, but anyway, the best one is Octopodes, where she talks about the plural of octopus. It's hilarious. And she has lots of that humor in this book as well. And so, if you love words, if you love where words come from, and stuff like that, then get this book. I think that's it. I was talking really fast, wasn't I, at the end there? Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will subscribe, like, and comment. Especially comment. I like to talk to people. That's nice. Yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween or Samhain or whatever you celebrate at this time of year. If you just have a harvest festival at your church or whatever. I hope you have a great time dressing up or dressing your kids up or being something that you are not and eating lots of chocolate. Go out and make good art. Bye.